Bruh, this thing for real logged me out. Why? Hi, welcome back to this Gooner game with a Gooner YouTuber and a Gooner viewership, because all of you guys are Gooners as well. Don't even look at me weird because you're here too and you're reading this too. But I'm not here to judge. We're all Gooning. It's alright. Hi, I'm back. It's been almost a month. I thought it'd be 3 weeks, but no, I guess it's 4. But yeah, I'm back. I want to talk about Japan for a sec, so if you don't care, skip right now. Happy Gooning. I actually wrote down a few things that I wanted to talk about while in Japan. Before leaving, I believe I talked about how I would be traveling on my own, and that was quite the experience. Oh, by the way, I don't recommend flying for a lot of hours on economy, so if you could afford a good seat, do it, please. Alright, number 1, the feeling of loneliness was felt a lot more. Might also have to do with the fact that I keep busy in the US. In the US, I literally work like all day. I come home, I'm doing videos, I'm studying, or I'm going to the gym. So that was evident. Number 2, living alone is pretty tough because I was there for 3 weeks, and while I wasn't completely alone the entire trip, I was with a few friends. I was alone for most of the trip, so I was like, dang, you know, being out here on your own, it's kind of tough, yo. Not that I can't be on my own, but it is tough. Next thing. Being over there made me realize how peaceful it was away from everyone that I know. Next thing. The food is freaking incredible. The food is amazing. I don't think it's overhyped. And also, for the price, you can't really beat it. Especially if you're coming from the US, where $1 is like around 150 yen. It sounds like a lot of yen, but it's actually not that much. Thing. Oh my god. And I put this all in uppercases because it's very important. So in this game, Sylvie, I believe, is the one that's always talking about melenpan. I had some at Asakusa in Tokyo, and oh dude, it's the greatest thing I've ever eaten. It is so good. I had it with vanilla ice cream too, and my god, I almost came. It was really good. If you're ever at Asakusa area, there's a spot over there. I don't know the name. Good luck finding it. Good luck finding it, but look for melenpan. It's really, really good. Shout out to Sylvie for putting me on. I went to a place called Don Quixote, and it's probably very popular because of social media, especially TikTok. And dude, I didn't like it that much. It was too overstimulating for me. Like, they did have a lot of items. I thought that was great. The price, not too bad. But overstimulating. I look this way, there's signs, there's TVs, there's sounds all over this place. I look that way, there's TV sounds, signs all over the place. I look over there, and then there's an eroge section, like with anime characters pretty much, and I'm like, oh hey, I gotta check this out. I think I'm putting up a clip here. If it's there, you'll see it, and if not, you're probably looking at me all confused, as much as I am confused, because I thought I had a video of the eroge, but if it's not there, I guess I don't have it anymore. But there's a whole eroge section, and I couldn't help but just laugh, because I was like, dang, you know, if you're into that, cool. I really don't care. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you know what you like. Good for you, and if that works for you, that works for you. But I couldn't help but laugh. Don Quixote, I think, probably gonna have some people like, I don't know, throwing a fit. Maybe not. I don't care. But I think it's a little overhyped. Maybe that's a big fat understatement. Just wait till what I have to say till the end. Next thing. There's a lot of beautiful women over there. I saw a lot of Japanese women that I'm like, oh my god, she's absolutely gorgeous. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. And I did just that. I did nothing. You know what? No, that's it. Didn't take as many photos or videos like I thought I would, because I came to the conclusion that I'm not actually that crazy about taking photos or videos, and I'm really awkward, you know, out in public recording myself. Like if I'm vlogging, I can't do that. I can't. Just being in my room, sometimes I'm like, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment and I'm in my room. But not in public. In public is a whole different story. I can't. I actually can't. I don't know how to act. And sometimes I don't know how to act here either. But it's worse in public. If I ever meet any of you in public, I'm sorry, but I'm just letting you know right now, I might be a little awkward. And when I mean a little, I mean probably a lot. So I took a day trip. Yes, you heard that right. A day trip to Kyoto. I was actually in Tokyo for most of the trip, and for a good amount of it, I was at home just working on videos and eating a lot of snacks. I realized, going to Japan, I realized that I actually don't like leaving the house a lot, because in the first week, I was doing a whole lot of exploring and stuff with my friend. Big shout out to him. If you're watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate what you did for me in Japan. Seriously, it was such a great time and a lot of tasty food. But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, the first week we went out a lot. And I felt overwhelmed by the amount of people in streets, the amount of people in trains. Like, it was just crazy. And you know what's even crazier? I went at a time where it's not even that full. You know, they say that during springtime, it's actually when it's craziest. So I can't even imagine how much bad it'd be. As someone that's very anxious, it was one heck of a time. You know, I felt very overwhelmed more often times than not. But it didn't take away that it was great. I just wish I did spend more time out in the countryside. Though I would have probably gotten bored a lot quicker. Still, I like chiller areas. City life ain't for me. Going out of the house a lot also ain't for me. But you know what? If I didn't go to Japan, I would have never known. It was actually, was my dream of visiting. And I did it, and now I came home. Now I'm like, dang, what's next? But anyways, so the story about Kyoto. So I went to Kyoto for a day. I almost missed the bullet train because I could not read signs. I know very little Japanese, so I kind of got lost. After some time, I finally built up the courage. Yes, after some time, probably 5-10 minutes, I talked to someone. I was like, hey, like, excuse me, can you help me find a train? I was about to miss it, but I did not miss it. It was about a 2-hour ride from where I was staying. Anyway, so I took a train ride for 2 hours, bullet train. Wow, cool, fun, nice views. I got to Kyoto and I was like, you know what? I'm about to go to Kurama village. Probably still don't know where that is, but it's okay. It's a village up in the mountains in Kyoto. I was like, great, I'm gonna go here. For onsen, I was really excited. Onsen, if you don't know, are very hot bath, but outside with nature, or you could have an indoor bath. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get into the onsen. It was very full, so I was very, not that sad, but I was a little sad. And then after that, I went to have some lunch. I have no idea what I ate, but it was really good. The ladies were really nice to me. They took a picture of me and one of their workers, because I guess we're both foreigners, and they were like completely blown away by seeing two foreigners from different countries. The guy that helped me out was the most giga chad dude, European I've ever seen in my life. Dude's from, wait, hold on, I need a fact check. Is Switzerland in Europe? Pretty sure it is. Okay, yeah, it is. All right, I'm good. I'm chilling. I just wanted to make sure, just in case, you know, I can't be off on the geography. How do you not know that? Shut up. Just shut up. So they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna take a picture of both of you guys. We think you're handsome. I'm like, oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. But thank you. Dude is like humongous, big ad dude, like huge. Dude's huge, probably like 6'4" or something. Very long blonde hair, very blue eyes. Bro's a stud muffin. I was like, good God, if I was gay, I'd go for you. We had a quick conversation, and he was a really chill dude. Apparently he was studying abroad for some time and then somehow landed a job at a local Japanese restaurant. I was like, oh, well, it was a little restaurant, probably family owned, but it was really nice. It was a great experience there. So I was like, okay, well, no onsen. I'm done eating. I'm done pigging out. I'm gonna go back to the city. I went back to the city, and I was like, I should probably buy a battery pack because phone charger not doing too good. So I found an electronics store. I went to an electronics store. Once again, this is where wow, beautiful. I saw a lot of beautiful women, and I was like, great, that's great. You know what? I think I'm gonna grow a pair or two, probably one or half of one, and I'm gonna go up to this lady here who also happens to work here and who actually helped me get the battery. This is so embarrassing. So I approach her. I'm like, hey, fine judge. I approach her. I'm like, hey, I think you're cute, and I was wondering, do you have a boyfriend? And she was like, all red. She was really red. She turned into a tomato for a sec. If I was high, I would have probably mistaken her for a tomato. I was a little bamboozled. And I was like, so do you have a boyfriend? And she was like, no, I do not. But come to find out, she speaks very little English. But anyways, so I asked for her line or Insta, whatever these kids. I'm a kid too. Kind of, not really. I'm 22, leave me alone. Some people call me Uncle already. Do you believe that? I can't believe that. But anyways, I asked for her line. She says, no. She just rejects it. I was like, ouch. Well, oh well, time to move on. But according to my Japanese friend, he said that she was probably interested. I don't know, probably not. For all I know, she was like, who the are you? But apparently the language thing is a very big deal for a lot of Japanese women. So I was like, oh, that's probably why. I mean, I just can't help but think that if she was completely uninterested, she wouldn't have turned as red as she did. I was like completely blown off. Like she had a very beautiful like shoulder length hair, you know, very clear and white skin. Like she was gorgeous. I'm like, good God, good googly moog. But yeah, I shot my shot. I got shot down. Cried about it, but you know, moved on, went on with my life. I'm still here. You know what? I actually didn't cry, but it was definitely a little blow to the ego. I mean, I've been rejected before, and it's not something like like maybe a little bit, you know, but oh well, like what could I do? Win some, you lose some. But no, man, there's a lot of beautiful women there, and I am a firm believer, because there's some people that are like, oh, like a woman from this culture is more than this culture. It's like, no, I like to believe that there are beautiful people in every culture, but I've never seen, you know, Japanese women. So that was the experience there. Got shot down. It's okay. Ego's fine. I'm good. I'm good. It's now a fun story to tell. But you know what would be crazy if she was somehow watching this? That was what my experience was for the most part. It was a good time. It was a good time. I know a lot of people like to vlog and, you know, oh, look at all these hundreds of photos I took. But there is something that I must say. I feel like thanks to Japanese media such as anime or drama shows, it definitely had me looking at Japan with a rose filter. In other words, you make up these expectations, or your imagination just like, oh my God, Japan is like some of this like heaven place. No, bro. Japan is like every other country. Like it has a lot of amazing qualities. It doesn't take that away from it. But at the end of the day, it has its own problems. Like my favorite problem, which, by the way, I don't mean it in like a, oh yeah, this is a good thing. No, in case you weren't able to tell by my sarcasm, I was actually trying to say one big thing that ultimately made me realize that I would never live here is the fact that they're slaves to their company. I'm not saying all of them are, but hear me out before you get like, because it'd be the people that aren't even Japanese that get butthurt about this. But like, this is how I see it. In America, while we are worked a lot, you know, a lot of us work a lot. A lot of us study a lot. But in Japan, it's a whole different story. Like the pressure is like insane. As soon as these mofos graduate, they're over here looking at job offers naturally, right? But once they're in a certain company, once they get a certain job, the company just expects you to sell your soul to them. Like they expect you to become their slave. You think I'm gonna do that? No, I have no need to do that. I'm not doing all of that, dude. I'm not giving my one life away to some company that doesn't even value me, overworked, underpaid, little vacation time. Like talking to my friend in Japan, we were talking about how much they work. And I was like, so how often like do you visit home? He's like, probably once or twice a year. I was like, what? I'm Mexican. Mexicans spend a lot of time with family. I think family is important. But if family is like terrible to you, I don't think you should be there, of course. But to me, I think it's important to have people around and, you know, maybe not see them once a year. Because, well, that's no wonder suicide rates are so high and stress levels are so high. Like, that's insane. You just live in the work, hamster on a wheel type thing. I'm good. And that's why I wouldn't move to Japan. It'd be a whole different story if I had my own business over there. That is tough. I feel like here in America, at the very least, people know or have heard about something called life and work balance. I'm glad I went once again. I talked for like 20 minutes. This should have probably been a video on its own. But if you're still here, thank you so much. If not, I don't blame you. It's fine. You're here for the visual novels, not for the yapping in Japan. Let's get started, shall we? I believe... Actually, no. I take that back. I don't believe anything. Let's just start. I still hate you. You know what? I just thought of one more other thing, and I'll shut up and continue with this. I really, really, really missed my car. Like here in America, you have the autonomy of driving wherever at whenever. You have the autonomy of driving wherever at whatever time. And in Japan, train. A lot of people don't like that. Don't like that at all. I like the convenience of having my vehicle, driving wherever, my music, my everything. No other people around me. Oh, I went to Shinjuku Station and it really is a dungeon. People are so right. I got lost for like 2 minutes and I somehow miraculously found a way out. But on the way back, I was like, friend, please help me out. I don't want to go back there alone. And she helped me out. Shout out to her.
だからなんだよ。だからあれ、本格的にやってみない？
Don't act like you care about her. Fake ass.
は？あの人、ソルティレージのお姫様はすごいって世界中で言われてるけど、私、あなたの歌なら負けてないと思うの。だから、私がプロデュースしてあげる。あなたの才能を世界に向けて。
Alright, if we recall correctly, the reason she cares about doing great things with her life is because of pressure from her family that she has to do something great or she's pretty much worthless.
いろいろと考えたのよ。中学生が実名を出すのは怖いだろうから、名前は変えて、服とかも私が用意するわ。あなたにはきっと世界が振り向く才能がある。いずれはソルティレージのお姫様だって驚かせちゃうくらいの才能が。だから私と一緒に音楽をやらない？朝。そっか。私。
I swear if Odo's on her titties, I'm gonna end this video. Thank God. I was not in the mood for that Goonie moment.
名前ももう決めてあるの。あなた、リアって名前でしょ？だからちょっともじって。はいはい。名前はいいよ、後で。それより服。お前の持ってきたこれおかしいだろ。白のワンピとかドレスとか、おしとやか系ばっかりで。どうして？俺のこのヤンキー丸出しな髪型じゃ合わねえだろ。髪型は変えてもらうわよ。あなた、ピアノ伴奏に合う系の曲を中心に組み立てるのでしょ？そんな派手な髪は改めてもらうわ。
Dang it, I forgot she's a terminally ill patient. I was like, wait, her hair? Oh, right. Oop.
それは、そっか。もうウィッグは発注してあるの。あのね。黒のロングならあなたにも合うし最高なの。お前が黒のロングだから合わせるとかじゃなくて、もともと女の子の髪は黒のロングが一番なのよ。だから私もやってるし、あなたもそうするの。世界一素敵な人が言っていたわ。女の子は黒のロングが最高だって。あの人が。
Long black hair really is the best on women. Yeah, nothing beats long black hair. If you ask me, I'd be happy to take someone with long black hair as my wife. What a simp. Do it! I better look awesome on you. Chan.
そんなこと言って、オーラ君、ちょっと前まで金髪がいいとか言ってなかった？
言ってた。ほら、キャンプに来てた。なんとかって子がそうだったからって。
Drink your water! I woke up. Kind of felt like I had some really nostalgic dream. Nope, couldn't remember. I headed outside and then... Oh no, not this one again. Morning.
Huh?
She glared at me. What the heck, was she in a rotten mood first thing?
ああ、あなた。おはようございます。
Yeah. Oh, I guess you couldn't make it out my face.
まあ、声で大体わかりましたけど。あなたならガン飛ばしても問題はないかと。
Nasty. What are you up to?
こちらは目が覚めたのだけど、リアは寝ているから起こさないように待っているんです。で、朝食でもと思ったのですが。
Yorosaki stared over at the cafe. Come on, would you stop glaring like that? May have been because she couldn't read the menu. You're fine with the A set, I assume? I forget she's blind too. Blind and moody, not a good combo. I invited Yorosaki into my room before she could get anyone's suspicions up with her indiscriminate glaring spree. She came with me without a fuzz and I brought her a meal. That reminds me, when I first transferred in, I had you bring me these A-set meals all the time. Butter toast, a mini salad, and boiled egg. Haha, feels like forever ago, looking back on it now.
嫌味が言いたくて呼んだんですか?
Yes. Let me get some payback. Still sleepy? I don't know, that sounded kind of weird.
ちょっとだけ。
I didn't even notice that was a yawn. Were you up late chatting with Ria last night?
あの子は9時を過ぎた時点であくびしだしてすぐに寝てしまったわ。
Ria's such a pro at sleeping, she'd probably give Nobita-kun a run for his money.
床で寝たのなんて久しぶりだったから少々枕が合わなかったわ。
Oh? You could have just huddled up together in the same bed. I slept so blissfully last night picturing two beautiful ladies grappling together, too.
普通に向こうがベッド、私は下です。
I guess that only made sense.
あの子、警戒心が強いから私と一緒じゃ熟睡してくれないわ。
I wouldn't want you on my bed either. Really. She snored away with a peaceful look on her face in my room. She started to pout. What a hassle. There wasn't one subject I could discuss with her without it veering me in a depressing direction, so I dropped the conversation. Then again, I couldn't just go silent after I'd invited her to breakfast. That'd be a way to avoid any unpleasantness first thing in the morning while also lifting her spirits. I don't think there's anybody lifting that. Tell me about you and Ria in middle school.
Huh?
Specifically the inside story of how Maria was born, if you can. Talking about Maria may help break the ice between us. There was any single subject that she and I could have fun talking about, that is.
そうね。
Look, her freaking face changed so quick.
ちょうど今日夢に見たところだわ。
Oh, bingo. She sounded more excited than I expected. Yorosaki dropped her guard and smiled at an almost curious extent. Oops. As a matter of fact, Yorosaki told me every minute detail about how they met and Maria got her start. This was years ago, but she remembered it all well. Just wants to show how exciting an episode of her life it must have been. It all started when she heard Rio perform a vocal solo in the music room by pure coincidence. This just happened to coincide with a music lesson in which she'd heard a piano performance by Princess Sylvia, who was already famous on a global scale in those days.
有名なオペラ歌手のソロの伴奏をクルス・クラウンさんが務めた時のものだったのだけどね。片付けの時、あの子が歌ってみたくなったそうで、クルス・クラウンさんの相手役をやるのだから、ビデオの中の歌い手も決してレベルは低くない。むしろ世界トップクラスだったはずなのだけど、少なくとも私はリアが勝っていると思ったわ。まあビデオの方は録音というハンデこそあれだけど、それを聞いた時思ったの。この子は原石だ。私が磨きをかければ 世界を取れるって。
These two had practically nothing in common, but wound up skipping classes to talk openly for 15 minutes at a time.
口説き落としましたわ。まあ今にして思うとちょいちょいクルス・クラウンさんの名前を出していたからあの子もそれに反応したらしいけれど。
I bet. I had been suspicious of how she got someone as moody as Ria to agree when asked if she'd be a singer, but it was apparently due to Jogasaki name dropping Sylvie so much. That would get the best response out of her. Sylvie was the whole reason she had gotten into music after all. You know, something that I'm liking about this route in particular a lot is how much hold on, I'm about to say the wrong name. Ria is involved in this route. Still, because we're still learning about her even though she's pretty much dead in another timeline.
そう。クルス・クラウンさんなのよね。あの子の中にあった金の卵を返したのは彼女。
Is that how it works?
私じゃなくて。
Hmm? What's wrong?
別に。その後の顛末は前に話した通りよ。私が計算に計算を重ねてプロデュースして。
But before that could bear fruit, she up and exploded in popularity online.
ええ。
Jogasaki chuckled. She looked both frustrated yet proud. I guess she could smile after all when it was Maria related. This had gotten her plenty worked up. Too worked up.
あなたも知っているでしょうけれど。
She has a very deadly disease.
私は城ヶ崎にとって
Oh.
難しい立場です。
Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess that too. Right. She let slip the part I'd overheard yesterday but hadn't brought it up.
おじいさまは可愛がってくださるけれど、父と母にとって私は騒動の種ですから。特に母にとってはね、いくつになってもプライドばっかり高い。いい加減にしてほしいわ。
Sounds like you really do have a complicated family. You acted so nonchalant about it yesterday too. I figured I'd try and breach the topic. But then Jogasaki looked confused.
知らないの？調べていないんですか？
Why would I? You're so mean. Huh?
星テレビ会長、城ヶ崎一族の愛憎スキャンダル。インターネットで調べればいくらでも出てきますけど。
What, for real?
調べてないんだ。庶民はゴシップが好きだから、てっきり昨日もう調べたとばかり。
I don't have that much interest in you. I mean, I didn't since I figured you wouldn't like it.
ムカつくわね。
You can never win with this one. You do it, she's mad. You don't do it, she's mad. I'll look it up now. The Jo in Jogasaki is the same kanji as in castle, right?
どこまで興味ないのよ。ムカつくわね。
May this type of love never find me.
調べなくていい。話しますわ。簡単に言うと、私は父の不義の子なのです。
What does that mean again? Is she adopted? I don't remember. An illegitimate child. I think she is adopted.
ドラマではよく聞く表現だけれど、あまりないでしょ、現実に。不義の子だなんて。
Jogasaki.
何？同情しました？
Yes. I'm actually kind of clueless as to what illegitimate means in this case.
ねえ、ちょっと私が話しやすいよう協力してくださる？
Come on, it's like you said that they only use the word illegitimate in dramas. Does it mean a lack of honor or something? You are a cold-hearted person without honor or empathy, so if you could call yourself an illegitimate child, then I guess the shoe does fit.
義理に反した出自という意味です。父が不倫で産ませた子なの、私。
Oh, I think that's even worse than being adopted. Oh, really?
口に出したくないことなのに、なんで国語辞典の例文みたいに言わなきゃいけないのよ。まあ調べればテレビ局のウィキのページとかにも書いてあることですが、私の父は随分とお盛んで、若い頃から方々で女遊びを重ねていました。
Dang, her dad's a cheater, pumpkin eater. That's crazy work.
テレビ局の会長一族という権力者ですから、まあアイドルだろうが女優だろうが入れ食いです。特にその子たちが売り出し中の若い頃は。
Hold on, I think the last piece of dialogue kind of just went over my head. One second. My father's quite successful, but he was quite the womanizer in his early years. Oh yeah, I totally missed that. Wow. You ever just read a book or watch anything? You're like watching, but you're not there. You're just completely disconnect randomly. I disconnect a lot. Like, I could watch an entire season of something, and you ask me at the end, what did I learn? I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. An enviable life.
そうして引っかかったアイドルの一人が生みの母です。何十人で踊るアイドルグループの端から3番目。ま、2年くらいで卒業するタイプ。
That was a harsh way to talk about her own mother.
父は私ができた時、すでに結婚していました。育ての母、かつては大女優と呼ばれた人で、まあ興味があればネットで調べてください。
Didn't we just tell you we don't care?
生みの母は当時アイドルを卒業し困窮していました。中卒の19歳で一児の子持ち。
Whoa.
どうなるか考えてみてください。
Sounds straight out of a drama.
虐待されたとかではないですけどね。
Thank God.
お金に困った母は25歳の時、私のことを出版社に売り込みました。星テレビ会長一族に連なる一大スキャンダルだと。目論みはまんまと成功。父はスキャンダルのもみ消しのため、私を引き取ることにします。
What happened to your birth mother?
一切口を閉ざす条件で、数億円の融資とともに海外へ。
What the freak?
今香港です。
Several hundred million yen.
シンガポール、マカオだったかな。忘れました。
I mean, hey, it's a win-win for everyone. I mean, I guess not for everyone, but her mom is all banded up. She's far away from the responsibilities of a child. This is exactly what you should. It didn't sound like they were close.
父は正直、私を疎んでいましたし、母に至っては私を思い切り目の敵にして引き取られた当時、6歳の頃は辛い思いもしましたが、幸い当時現役を退いて隠居生活に入っていたおじい様は私を可愛がってくれたわ。
The fact you were blood related meant he considered you his granddaughter no matter what, huh?
ええ。
You have no blood relation to the mother who raised you then? Do you and her...
なるべく会わないようにしています。人間、年を取ると若さに対するひがみが隠せなくて困りますね。会うたびに喧嘩腰になるので。
Hold up, you just used a word that is just too... I don't know. I've never heard in my life. What is belligerent? Belligerent refers to someone or something that is hostile, aggressive, or eager to engage in conflict or war. I could think of a few people like that. It's like, I know I'm making very light of this, but I actually do feel bad for her. Poor thing.
特に最近では当時女優をしていた彼女よりも今の私の方が美貌で
Dang, what the freak? I couldn't
顔
have
に
that.
傷をつけようとすらしてくるわ。
Imagine envying your freaking creation that much. She sounds like a witch out of some fairy tale.
ま、あの程度の嫌がらせに屈する私ではないけれど。
Well, it makes sense why you're always spicy. She has a lot of reasons to be. She resembled her foster mother more so than her birth mother, who took the money and quietly retired, personality-wise.
あの人にはリアも合わせないようにしないと。マリアの顔に傷
She'd
をつけ
do
られ
that?
たら
That's
大変。
crazy. What'd she do? Just tell her she's a terminally ill patient. Maybe she'll grow some compassion. And if that doesn't work, The next thing you could do is take out a gat and put her in play. That would be a nightmare for me too. But then in Japan, I don't think there's such thing as such things. That would be a nightmare for me too.
当たり前よ。マリアビショップは私の最大にして最高の商品だわ。
Well, when you say it like that, it
誰
kind
が
of
傷なん
sounds
てつけさせるものですか？
like you see her as a tool for your own agendas, and that doesn't sound very nice. I don't like that. Commodity. See, he didn't like it either. It made sense given Jogasaki's personality, but the way she said that bugged me a bit.
うちの兄が局の社長職を父から引き継ぎ、すでに数年になりますが、昨今のテレビ離れもあり、テレビ局の経営は傾くばかり。マリアがいれば、兄から経営権を分取ることもできるやもしれませんわね。血筋の上では、私が会長一族なのは確かですもの。
What people do for clout.
あの無能親子を追い落としてやるのも面白いかもしれないわ。
Way too dark. Stop showing off nobility's ugly underbelly to a wholesome commoner.
おっと。
Better drop this subject. Oh man, who knew there was someone as malicious as you behind Maria? You've kind of shattered my dreams.
それは失敬。まあ安心して。というのもおかしいけれど、一応マリアのイメージは私とは無関係よ。あの子は一人であんなに美しく羽ばたいているのだから。
She glanced over at the room next door looking wistful. She knew how grand Maria was and her utility, but she couldn't cover up one reality, that she simply loved Maria. I mean, we do know that she does see Maria, or Ria, as an actual homie, as seen by the last visual novel of this game, due to how much she cried during Maria's, what's the term? I don't know the freaking English term. But when Maria was getting buried, Maria, whatever, last game. That was a hard listen, and I don't even like her, Jogasaki, that much. She's really mean. Really, really mean. In this one and only aspect, we were two of a kind, to the point it almost evoked a sense of friendship. Gorgeous, huh? You're so right. She was gorgeous. After all she told me, maybe I should give something back. Against my better judgment, there is one thing I'm grateful to you for.
何？
Before I came to Noble Academy, I left my old school midterm.
らしいわね。興味ないけど。
A bunch of stuff happened and I got depressed. Most days I couldn't work up the will to do anything. That went on for roughly 2 months. And the only emotional support I had for those 2 months was Maria.
Oh.
Without Maria Bishop, I wouldn't have been able to get out of bed again. Sewer slide? I wasn't sure I had enough nerve to go through with it. If nothing else, I doubted I would have mustered the willpower to get involved with Sylvie. Not to mention have had the drive to come to this school. Not without Maria. The point I'm trying to make is Maria's one reason I had any involvement with Noble Academy. Which means you're one of the reasons I came to Noble Academy, since you created her. Haha. We both broke out laughing.
人生最大の失敗だわ。
Thanks for screwing up. I'm just as happy as you can see, Miss Famous Producer. Jogasaki was laughing. That's a little weird. This utterly twisted sharing of laughter fit us perfectly. And that was when...
うわおはよ
What?
う。あ、どうした彩香。なんでもないわ。
Ria was puzzled. As am I. That checked out. From an outside perspective, this had to be outright incomprehensible. The atmosphere between Jogasaki and I was unlike any we'd ever experienced before. Well, that was an interesting bit, wasn't it? Come here, come here. Are we talking to a dog or a person?
あんよが上手。ママ。怖いよ、ママ。 なんでメガネなしで来なきゃいけないのよ。
She was supposed to have new contacts delivered from her home this morning. It appeared they didn't have any on hand and ordered her a brand new pair of contacts instead. She had gotten an escort. Why am I adding words that aren't even in the words, bro? What? An escort by a car part of the way, but now had to walk through town.
ぐるぐるの方のメガネならあるのに、お前がつけるの拒否るからだろ。そんなこと言ったって男子がいる前じゃ。ってそもそもどうして市松さんがついてきてるんです？
It's her route. I figured I'd come along since you were going into town. I had plans to go shopping today already, and it was faster than walking. I also figured I'd get to see something amusing.
はーい、よちよち。こっちでちゅよ。おいでおいで。バブ。
And as a matter of fact, I saw exactly that. The shop was right around the corner. They had been contacted in advance, so she got new contacts in no time.
ついでだし、ぐるぐるが嫌なら新しいの買ってったら？そうね。今後こんなことがないためにもスペアを用意したいわ。これとかどうだ？悪くないけどちょっときつくないかしら。お前みたいな女王様にはぴったりじゃん。なんだかチャラチャラしてそうで嫌だわ。もっとこう真面目な感じがいい。こんな感じ？
I actually kind of like those. It fits her.
そうこれこの勉強できますって感じがいいのよ。
Guess we have the same taste.
これじゃぐるぐるメガネと印象変わんねえぞ。変えるわ。
Oh my.
おしゃれ感と真面目感を出したいならこれだろ、下リム。なるほど、いいわね。でもまだちょっとチャラくないかしら。お前は基準が高すぎるんだよ。いや、それ以前にこれダメだわ。目の下に何かある感じがして鼻がムズムズする。合わないやつってそうらしいな。決まらない。こんなもんパパッと決めればいいんだよ。例えばこれ、ほらどうだ。似合う。ほらな、こんなもんさっと選べばそれが一番なの。男の理屈よねそれ。でも似合うのが取れちゃうのがリアらしいわ。ねえ、ならもうリアがさっと選んでくれない？リアの直感の方が信用できそう。責任は負いたくねえんだけど。じゃあ彩香に似合う。彩香に似合う。これ。おお、目元がビシッと締まって見えるわ。
No way you're serious.
だろ、お前のイメージにぴったりだ。
No way you are serious.
そうね、目元がビシッてかつ顔を隠して女王様じゃない。ああ、 SM のやつか。私もそう思ったのがムカつくわ。
I gotta go back. Whoops. Whoops.
ああ、 SM のやつか。似合うと思ったんだけどな。私もそう思ったのがムカつくわ。本気で選びましょう。これがいいかしら。なあ、そろそろあいつに突っ込んだら。目を合わせてはダメよ。反応したら負け。
I don't even know what this sound is.
あの鼻メガネ、笛が内蔵されてるやつだ。鼻で息するとなんか鳴るやつだ。ダメ、反応しないで。知り合いだと思われたくない。バーン。グラさん似合うな。俺芸能人らしいわよね。かっけえ、ハリウッドみたい。アステラビスタベイビーベイベーな。ダメ、反応した。結局コンタクトだけか。まさかお前の度に合うレンズがないとはな。役に立たないわね、あのメガネよ。
We just screwed around the whole time.
グラさんってたまに買うとテンション上がるよな。
Totally. Mr. Anderson, welcome back.
It's end tonight!
Yay.
イエーイ。後でエージェントごっこしよう。俺弾避ける側な。
I'll do a bridge then.
仲いいわね、あなたたち。
So, next. What are you guys up to after this? I'm going shopping. Felt natural to invite them along. That would have been normal if I were dealing with Ria, but if I really thought it through, we had an extra person here. She'd wrapped up everything on her agenda, so maybe she would hurry on out.
買い出し。俺も行くわ。タバコが切れかけてる。
That's not really a reason I want you to go with me over. I mean, not that I was opposed enough to turn her down. Two of us three had decided to go.
いいわよ。付き合うわ。
You are? And now it was 3 out of 3. Yay.
いやー、サンキューね、あかねちん。モデルになってくれて。
レイナ先輩がデザインしたファッションのモデル。おしゃれな格好ができてすごく嬉しいんですけど、必ず一つ恥ずかしいのが入ってるんですよね。
幼稚園児の格好したあかねちんの写真、ちゃんとそっちのスマホに送っとくからね。
この世から永久に消してほしいような、ちょっとだけ残しておきたいような。
あかねちんがいるとロリ系のファッションにもガンガンに手出せるからいいわ。
ロリ。
ただ計算違いが1点。
何です？
あかねちんのサイズだとおっぱいが大きすぎるんですよね。あかねちんロリロリしてるくせにボインボインだからな。ロリ巨乳は男には嬉しいけどファッション的にはいまいちよ。
すいません。私も大きくなりたくてなったわけではないんですが。
ロリ系のファッションだからどうせならチッパイちゃんのモデルが欲しい。というわけでどうだいカミニャン。
もともとやるつもりありませんけれど、さらにやる気の失せる誘い方ですわね。コスプレに付き合うつもりはありませんわ。
釣れない。普段からメイドのコスプレしてるくせにって顔だね、あかねちん。
くせにというわけでは。
でも同感。あんな格好で誘ってるのはカミニャンなんだから。こうなったら何が何でも着せ替えたくなってきた。力ずくでいくかい？
Uh-oh.
やめましょうよ、無理やりなんて。
でもあかねちんもカミニャンの演じルックは見たいっしょ？
見たいです。
おし、作戦を練ろう。
We finished shopping.
クソが！怒らないでリア。元はといえばてめえのせいだな。おうこら綾香、てめえどう責任取る気だ？
Don't get angry just because you couldn't buy cigarettes.
くそ、いつもは買えるのに綾香が制服だから。この落とし前どうつけてくれんじゃん？
Again, it's strange for you to apologize. The store clerk refused to sell Rio a carton of cigarettes, which was how we got here. Couldn't you just buy them somewhere else, like the convenience store over there? They used lenient enough judgment when selling cigarettes, so she ought to be able to buy them no problem without Jogasaki there in her uniform.
コンビニはタバコレジ奥だからよく見えなくて前に拒否られてる。そうだ、お前買ってきてくんね。
No way. That'll make me a delinquent.
乙女かてめえは。
Jogasaki and I had successfully bought what we came out for, but Ria had flown off the handle after things had gone sideways for her.
たく。
She headed for a vending machine nearby. Blank. See? You can buy them just fine from vending machines.
買えないとは言ってない。でも一箱買うとこっちが邪魔だな。
Rhea took a pack she was still in the middle of smoking through out of her pocket.
残り1本、捨ていい？
Looked like she was the type who had set a pocket for cigarettes. When she bought a new pack, she wanted to toss out the old one.
いいけど、私は離れているわよ。
I'll pass on being labeled the smoking delinquent too. Go ahead and show yourself off stinking up your breath.
はいはい。白い歯を真っ黄色に汚したく存じます。
She went over to the smoking corner with an ashtray beside the vending machine. She lit it up. This was perfect timing for us too after all that walking. We grabbed drinks from the nearby vending machines and took a breather.
リアも何か飲む？いらない。そう。
For all her talk of separating herself, Jogasaki was faithfully attentive to Rhea. These two were seriously close friends, especially Jogasaki. Huh? Smack. Someone blatantly pointed their phone at the site I'd been taking in. They just so happened to be beside me. My hand sprung into action the second the phone's shutter sound went off. It's not nice to take photos without permission.
何よ？何も撮ってないわよ。
It was a woman roughly the same age as all of us. That excuse doesn't fly when you snap one so cleanly. I checked for myself and found a shot with Rhea and Jogasaki front and center. I'd bolt for the cops in a heartbeat if it were some middle-aged man. She was probably around our age and presumably not a horny perv. Smokers may get bashed on a ton these days, but taking photos without someone's permission is worse.
どうした？
Rhea sensed something was amiss, tossed her cigarette and came over.
あなた。
Jogasaki reacted, but Rhea didn't. Hadn't she taken the picture of Rhea? She tried to hide her face, but it was too late.
あなた。そう。
What, the child of the one mother? Jogasaki looked down at her feet for a moment with a truly incomprehensible expression, then looked back up.
前にお会いしたことがありますわね。ごめんなさい。お名前をお聞かせいただいてよろしくて。顔は覚えていても、お名前は失念しましたの。下民をわざわざ覚えて差し上げるほど暇な人生は送っておりませんので。
Alright, sounds kind of... Alright. Oh, she was purposely instigating her. Jogasaki was going all out. This seemed to be someone she knew and well enough to know she was a commoner. But don't tell me she's a commoner that the devil lord Jogasaki, packed with evil enough to make her hero, drove out of Noble Academy once upon a time. Would that make her my ally? I should have let her off the hook for one measly secret photo so she could get away.
誰がヘドが出るほどの邪悪ですか？
You.
ご心配なく。この方は我々ノーブル学園とは無関係ですわ。我々とは違います。
Alright, Kendrick Lamar. Oh. Jogasaki locked arms with me.
我が高貴なるノーブル学園に入れるような家柄も知能もないただの庶民。山猿みたいなものです。
Hey, Ayaka, you better chill out. Stop right there.
誰が山猿ですって？
A wild monkey.
あら怖い。凶暴そうな猿ですこと。ねえ、わかるでしょ？市松さん。ノーブル学園には似合わない人種です。
Don't ask me, that's friendly fire. Jogasaki, she was placing me on the same side as nobles that instigate this girl. How nasty could you get? I wasn't about to play into her scheme. I might not have approved of sneaky photos, but I didn't feel like supporting Jogasaki either. But her biddies. Well, setting the rest of that aside for a minute. No! Why? Why did you fold? For some biddies? You folded for some biddies. And it's not even... Oh, no. It's Jogasaki's at that. Oh, no. Traitor. She was gently clutching my arm at that moment. As gently as it was, two spherical sources of pressure were smushed straight into my elbow. This densely packed energy. These could only be one thing. Massive biddies. Better just shut up and see how things played out for now. I wouldn't side with Jogasaki, but silence was golden. No.
これはなるほど。綾香は吸ってねえだろ。こんな取り方すんなよ。
Upon a closer look at the picture, it focused almost low enough to cut off their heads. But with the ashtray in frame. That was her angle. Depending on how you viewed it, you might assume Jogasaki was mid-puff too. Not just Ria.
こんな写真でどうするおつもりでしたの？学校にでも送りつけて問題にかしら。あなた昔から変わらないわね。特にその根の癒しさ。
The fact that Ayaka is saying that to someone else is pretty crazy. Like, the person has to be really low for her to be saying that.
うるさい。
The woman snatched the phone out of Ria's hands and pressed the trash button.
ほら、消したわよ。文句ある？
Go to the recently deleted.
ただの冗談じゃない。何マジになっちゃってんのよ。嫌だ。余裕ないわね。これだから成金は。
It's funny because I'm always saying that there's something up her butt and it's not a good thing. And she said the exact same thing.
だから友達いないのよ、あんたは。
Oh, stung a little, huh? With that, she ran away. Just hang on a second. Even if you personally delete it, there's no point. There was tons of free restoration software out there. That thought came to mind. But more pressingly... Biddies! No, it was something more important. That was the last second I could come up with any stupid thoughts. Nah, you're on your own on this one. I'd be like, alright, get off me. You cry, you started the beef. Take her out and shut up. Huh? For one instant, Jogasaki strengthened her grip on me to the point it made her chest dig into my elbow with even more pressure. She clung to me, acting dependent on something or other for only a second, and then, whoosh, she took off.
おい、綾香。
She kept going without so much as acknowledging Ria's cause to stop.
イチ、追ってく
Bruh, no, you can go after her, Smokey. I can't leave you behind.
れ。来る。
Do you mean that? Unlike Jogasaki, who had already bought her new contacts, Ria would be awful to leave behind, given her visual disabilities. Besides, Jogasaki may have been crying. Womp, womp. And if she was, it would be a call for me to go after her. A bad call? Did I say that? For me to go after her. It might be different if it were Ria. Ria made several calls on her phone and let Jogasaki know we would be back at the dorm first. Wow. Well, interesting. I'm really curious. Is this about to be cliffhanger? Yes, I think so. Actually, no. I'll go a little longer just because I spent about 20 minutes yapping. Gotta be fair. Jogasaki returned 20 minutes after we did. I gave her a look to question if she was alright, but she shook her head, albeit without any real swelling around her eyes. Ria approached her, but as expected, she shook her head to keep her back. Man, it had been kind of a fun day too. What an iffy way for it all end. There we go, now we'll end it.
金
Perfect.
色ラブリッジェ、
I was
ゴ
hoping
ール
for
デン
this.
タイム。セーブするんだな。
I like the music, so I'm gonna keep it on here. That's gonna be near the intro music. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. It was definitely a fun first episode back. It was great. Definitely had some giggles in this episode. I'm glad to be back. Did you guys miss me? You're supposed to say yes. Great episode. I'm really glad to be back. While I was in Japan, I was actually still uploading. I was working on the other channel. If you don't know the channel, check it out. I'm currently playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. Please go check it out. The channel name is called Vitamin D. there will be a link for that channel on this video description. So I would really appreciate it if you took the time to check it out. Maybe subscribe. One last thing, I wrote this while on the first, second, or third day while I was in Japan. I don't even know what day, it doesn't matter. But I had made a community post. I don't know if you saw it. I made a community post talking about how I wouldn't be able to upload because I had actually initially planned to be uploading while I was in Japan for both channels. But unfortunately, what I didn't know about my Mac is that it's not compatible with this visual novel. So when I opened up Steam and I saw on my MacBook, I was like, well, can't really do anything about that. But while I was on Steam, there was a game that I came across that I was like, oh my god, this looks absolutely Goonie activity. Game looks interesting and it's a little different from what we usually do. I'm gonna show it to you. It's basically a Korean visual novel, but Netflix show style thing. But it's a visual novel and it looks interesting and it has good reviews. I don't know if this is something you guys would want to watch, but I thought since it's visual novel related, I don't see why not. Once again, it's really, really nice to be back. I don't have anything else to say, so with that being said, I'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. It really, really, I can't emphasize enough. It's really, really great to be back. I'll be uploading back to normal now, and hopefully I'll be able to upload a little more on the second channel as well, because before going to Japan for like the last month on the second channel, I was having a tough time keeping up with the 3 videos here and then the 2 videos on the other channel. So I was focusing primarily on this channel, which I've been pretty good with uploading for a while. I was on a streak before the whole Japan trip, but I want to see if I could, get back on that and hopefully get at least a video a week on the second channel, because it's really tough to juggle my job and then come home and then do this. Sometimes I don't even have the energy as much as I enjoy doing this and talking to you guys. It's just sometimes I'm not there. That's enough of the yapping. I'm gonna wrap it up here for all this time. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please let me know that by hitting that like and subscribing to this channel as well. And if you have any visual novel suggestions, or actually no, scratch that, about that game I just showed you guys, that Korean game, if that's something you guys would like to see, I would like to hear what you guys think about that. Or if you want to see something else, I would also love to hear about it. Anyways, that's it for today. I'll be back very, very soon with another video. Please stay tuned. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, y'all stay safe, and as always, until next time.